Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here today with another fun episode of Blue Monday. Yay, it's Blue Monday. It's a day where I'm sewing my blue scraps because I am really overwhelmed with them. And we're trying to get enough blocks together that are all blue themed, and we're going to sew them into a charity quilt. But you can use whatever color you want when you're making these blocks at home. I'm just using blues, but I do give the patterns in dark, mediums, lights, and low volume. So you can pick whatever you want to do at home. This one is called Crossroads. It's very quick, very simple, and it's kind of a fast one to come together. And I've had so many requests to do easier blocks because there's a bunch of beginners sewing with us, and you know, we got to do easy blocks for them too. It's important that they learn and they join us. So this is what we're doing. Okay. Before we forget, let's do our shout out because our shout out's important. Madeline at School of Quilting is the shout out for this episode. She has a very cool YouTube channel. You guys got to go check her out. And if you like what you see over there, hit that subscribe button for her and tell her that Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you. Another thing, share, like, and subscribe both Madeline's and myself YouTube channels with your friends and family and other quilters that you know, because it's really nice. That's the most important thing you can do to help us out. The other thing you can do is comment on the video. Those things help our analytics and push our videos forward. So that's really important to us. Now, the other thing, you got to get in the show notes. Not only does it have all the cutting instructions for this block, it also has all the other things I'm going to talk about right now. The Chaos Sew Along is coming. We haven't set a date yet, but once the date is set, it will be in the show notes. So it's kind of important that you are able to join that. Get in those show notes or the description box, right? Depending on your device, it's usually at the bottom, but you know, I don't understand iPads or anything like that, or phones, so you have to kind of, you know, look around for it and see where it is on your device. And the scraps, so get your scraps ready because it takes any color. We're playing in dark, mediums, and low volume, and we all have lots of that in our scraps. You know, nobody needs to go out and buy anything. Let's just, you know, play with what we've got. I'm aiming for a queen size quilt, and the smallest subunit is 4.5 inch unfinished square, or 4.5 by 8.5 unfinished. So that would, you know, that's going to be bigger size blocks when you're done. So you're going to be able to build a queen size quilt very quickly, or a twin, or whatever, you know. So it's going to be fun little sew along. There are different methods or different things we are going to use in that sew along, but it's a good skill builder for everyone. Let's see, what else have I got? Oh yes, the Facebook group is growing rapidly. We're having a lot of fun in there. We do the same thing Facebook groups do, except we have a virtual sewing room in Discord. Now, Discord is an app you have to download and then ask the admins for an invitation. And we just have so much fun in there. It is like open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You never know who you're going to sew with, and you don't know what country they're from. But it's a great way to meet people and hang out and have some fun. So they also do Saturday snippets, Thankful Thursdays. We do the free pattern where we go out and hunt for free patterns and we post them all in one chat. We chat about everything, and there is just so many community chats going on. Oh, fabric exchanges by country. That's a lot of fun too. If you want to do some fabric exchanges and they all agree on what size we're cutting and who we're exchanging with. It's a lot of fun. Also, you're going to find in the show notes or the description boxes Zoom sew dates. Now, this Zoom sew dates, I have not looked at a 2025 calendar to date. I have to admit that. But we are promising to do this for you for all of 2025. And we just have a great time in there. We sew from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And we get lots done, and there's lots of conversation, there's lots of show and tell, and you know, what you're working on, all that kind of thing. And if you come and you're not into sewing that day because you just don't have anything you want to sew that day, you want to bring your cross stitch or knitting or crochet, please bring it. It's a great place to come hang out. We're not picky about who we hang out with, right? So we have a good time in there. And I always try and pick something a little easier for me to do so that I can, you know, chat with people as well. Sometimes I don't get a chance to get a word in, but we're all having fun. It's all a good time. Now, share, like, and subscribe our channel. Oh, so I speak for free to quilting groups and quilting guilds. And I have such a good time doing that. I am so inspired when I do those, because I'm speaking to other very talented quilters. Now, I do a PowerPoint presentation over Zoom. I don't travel to the guild. I don't do any of that anymore. I try to keep the guild's costs down as well as my own costs down. And I talk about using your fabric scraps, elements of design, making charity quilts, and I give sneak peeks to what's coming up on the YouTube channel. So that's always kind of a fun thing. You get to sneak peek in ahead of what everybody else is getting. So I think that's about it. So come on in, let's get to the sewing of Crossroads. Okay, we're at the sewing machine, and of course we always start with the hardest stuff first, and we're going to sew on the little pieces on here first, right? So that is just very different. And yes, I swapped out my 301A beige to my black 301A, because the beige one probably needs to go to the shop or get blown out, because I've been sewing a lot on it. It's just probably just crammed with crap and fluff, and you know, yeah, it needs a good, has all that stuff taken out somehow. Yeah, so my husband was helping me with getting it out because it just wasn't cooperating. But that's okay. It's old. You know, sometimes they can be a little cranky. Okay, here we go. And so this is a really easy, fun little block, but it does, you know. Now, here we go. I'm just going to push this forward like so, and I'm going to put on another side, just like that. You're going to do them all the same way. So, your dark, medium, and light. Yeah, I know, I decided to go more solid, tone on tone. And then print, but it's fine. It'll work. It'll work so good. Okay, grab another one. And it doesn't matter which way they spin, as long as they all spin the same way. These little corner units. Oops. And make sure it all goes away. It presses to the dark. These corner units are pressing to the dark. This one just came back from the shop. Yeesh. Probably it sat in the waiting room waiting to be used. It might have to be oiled right away. Oh well. And there we go. Last little piece. Very beginner friendly. Very beginner friendly. Basically, you take a 9 patch and you change one of the elements, or you add an element of design in, and you end up with some very cute little blocks that are really quite wonderful. Okay, so, alright, now, you can spin them like this, right? Put them all like that, or you can point them out, where the light pieces are out and the dark is inside. And I actually preferred this way, just like so. And I'll run this through just to pull it off. But it's your quilt, your sewing room, and you are queen and commander of your sewing room. So now this assembles just like a 9 patch. And I'm going to use that, you know, weave or webbing trick that I do. I just love putting blocks together with a webbing. And I find I don't have to unpick as much. And like I say, once you do all 4 outside blocks, in any color you choose, of course, that's another thing. You can choose to pick them all different colors if you want. You know, then it's just a matter of putting them in, putting them under. Okay. And there, just like that. Here we go. Let me get my tab, my little, there. I'm gonna get that under. Okay, all the way, and we put this off, and what happens is that it has kept everything in the right spot. This webbing, once you learn how to do webbing, this is such an easy way of assembling things. So let's get this. Okay, there you go. There. Nice. There we go. There we go, and the last block. There. Yeah, we just make sure everything lines up really nice and neat. Like I say, these are just, yeah, every block I wanted to put some cute fabric in, or fabric that was really, you know, interesting, you know, kind of that, to give it a wow factor. Right? Okay, so now we're going to take this, and I'm pressing this in. So this seam here goes that way, and this seam here goes this way, right? So the seams are going into the dark, and here they're going in to the dark. So these seams are going this way, right? And that's just a fast way of deciding which way all these seams are going, because now you're going to sew the other way. And it helps if they're all kind of ready to go for nesting. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this board because it's in my way now. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take our edge, line it up, and with the needle down, I pop open these seams so I can see exactly where I'm going to nest. And I get it all lined up. Perfect. So I get a nice sharp little corner. And I just get one stitch over, and then I line up the next one. It's so simple. So simple. There we go. And a stitch or two over the stitch line that goes this way. And now we're doing this. There we go. There. One more long seam. So just like that, we got this. So now, see our centers, our corners are perfectly, you know, they're perfect, like perfectly nested. So everything's coming together really good. Okay, well, start the same way again. Get a few stitches in with the needle down. Stop, get this organized so it sits perfect. There, now we get the next one. Once we're past that, where we had the nest. Now we match up the ends, the far end, and there we go. Okay, so I'm just there. I'm going to flip it over. Now, because I nested these, I'm going to press these away from the blue, right? The blue center. Okay, just because I think it would lie flatter. And you're not going to see through this medium blue. Anyway, so this is what I did. We press towards and then we press out, right? So, and all of the dark blue corners now have been pressed towards the dark blue, right? So that's going to be helpful. And these are pressed to the dark blue, right? So that's your, basically you press everything this way first, then you press away, right? And that's what's going to make the block lie the flattest. So let me give this a quick iron and we'll get to our ta-da moment. Okay, here's our ta-da moment on Crossroads. Now, Crossroads is just a fun little block. It's easy. It's beginner friendly. You guys asked for beginner friendly. I'm giving you beginner friendly. So this one is just very cute. Comes together. Yes, we use tone on tone and then a print, but it works. It works because you've got the difference between the dark, the medium, and the light. Right? There's no low volume in here. So it was a fun little scrap buster, and you could make lots of these in a day, right? So it wouldn't take long at all, or you could use them as a leader ender. That also works. Okay, you guys have an absolutely fabulous week ahead, and I hope life is treating you gently and things are going your way. You guys take care and stay well until we see each other again. Okay, bye! Hello again. We just want to thank you for enjoying our video and, you know, coming along with my husband and my YouTube adventure and quilting. And, you know, sometimes things don't work out as best they should, and sometimes they work out great. We're going, wow, that went well. But it's been an amazing journey, and I'm so glad I could share it with you. Share, like, and subscribe these videos. That really helps us out, and it helps us make more charity quilts, okay? So you guys take care until we have a chance to meet again, okay? Bye!